Hey everyone, Contrail here, and welcome to or welcome back to the second channel. Right now, I just kind of waiting for some updates to finish on my laptop, so I figured I'd just pop over to my microphone and just record a couple of these spoken word videos to pass the time because it looks like it's going to be a little bit. I guess I can start with something that's been on my mind a lot recently, and that is work-life balance. As far as how do I cultivate a healthy one? Because I've noticed a couple of things about myself since I started doing the channel and since I got a full-time job, and it's that I'm very bad at prioritizing multiple things in my life. I've kind of halfway noticed this about myself, but it's really become apparent in the last couple of months that my brain is really wired to focus on two or three things in my life, just at a time. I can focus on two things, maybe three things if I'm, in a really good headspace at that point in my life. But if I try to focus on, more than three things, I'll just kind of crumble. All of my focus will start to divert elsewhere, and I'll be kind of back to square one as far as priorities go. So I've been trying to get to the bottom of, kind of why that is for the longest time. And I guess that's been something that I've really wanted to change about myself, because I feel like in order to be a functioning adult, you need to be able to focus on more than one thing and to be able to give the same amount of attention and care and focus to most of the things that you do in your life. I think is a really beneficial thing. So trying to cultivate that has been kind of a challenge. And just to kind of give an example of like the the two or three things that I'm focusing on right now, it's definitely been my job, my social life, and my future. So that being, sussing out a career path, figuring out, the kinds of things that I want to do with my life, and who I'd maybe want to see that through with, who I want to surround myself with. And just generally, finding time for other things, like the channel, has been kind of hard, keeping all that straight and feeling like I can give it the same amount of attention. Because I don't know if anybody else does that, like the whole if you can't give the proper attention to something, you don't even try, because you feel like it would be kind of an injustice to whatever you may have been trying to do. That's kind of where I've been as far as the channel, because no doubt I've been wanting to invest time into the channel and make videos and stuff, but there've just been so many times where I'm like, I'm kind of tired, and I want to be sharp when I'm making something for the channel, so I kind of postpone it, as far as like I'll do this when I'm alert and awake, and on the weekends, when I am actually somewhat alert and awake, I find myself focusing on the other things in my life, like the aforementioned social life. I've been making a real effort to hang out with a lot of my friends and family, just because I feel like I might have been missing out on some stuff. That, and just taking care of the other stuff that I couldn't get to during my work week. So it's just been a struggle balancing everything, and I'm honestly just kind of sick of feeling ultimately powerless in this situation, because it's not like I haven't tried to break out of that mold that I've kind of set for myself, because if there's anything that I've learned from like hearing other people talk about motivation and just getting stuff done, it's that the second you think you're locked into something, that's it. Like, you're not going to have an option to break out of that mold as long as you keep thinking that's the mold you're stuck in. I don't know if that made sense the way I just said it, but yeah, it's easier said than done though. I feel like brute forcing that kind of thing is a moot point. I feel like cramming a lot of that stuff into, my spare time just willy-nilly is going to backfire. So, I've been trying to think of a better way to do it. But I also realize that thinking can be, the death of a lot of, action. I don't know what's the saying. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. I'm intending to think about this and do this right, but if I keep thinking about it, am I ever really going to fix my problem? Probably not. So I'm kind of at the point now where I'm committed. I'm feeling more committed every day, and yeah, shoot. I feel like I've kind of lost my initial train of thought, but I think you kind of get the gist of what I'm saying, is that I want to change this perception of myself, that like I can only focus on 2 or 3 things, and that anything more than that and it'll all just fall apart. No, I actively want to do something about that, because like I was saying, if I can't give the same amount of attention and care and focus to the stuff that I do in my life, I feel like I'd be doing myself a pretty big disservice there. So I think that kind of sums up what I was wanting to get out there. I guess part of this is just like it's a way for me to talk out a lot of the stuff that's bouncing around in my head, and then once I listen to it back, I'll be able to understand it better. So I don't know. This probably doesn't mean a whole lot to whoever's listening, but who knows? Maybe it does. It sure means something to me. So I guess that's kind of what I was trying to say, is that this is more of a me thing. And I guess I'm just kind of letting in whoever listens to these videos into some of that internal conversation that I'm having with myself. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. If you like this kind of stuff, sub, like, comment, do whatever you want to do, in all honesty. So yeah, have a good one, and I'll catch y'all in a little bit. See ya.